Hey Gemini, welcome to your December 2020 Oracle and Tarot reading. My name is Tessa. This is Tessa's Tarot. Before I get into your reading, just a couple of quick notes. I did move my tarot table again. Technically not again, but I was moving things around in my bedroom. And now I moved things around in my living room. And I made a little corner in my living room where I could fit my tarot table, which is so much better for me because the space is a lot more open, it's a lot more engaging, it's a lot more inviting, and even though you can't even see what I'm talking about, I like to pretend like you guys are hanging out in my living room with me. So yeah, I just needed to do like a complete redecorating and kind of feng shui my space so it made more sense to what I'm trying to accomplish in my own life. So yeah, so setup is a little bit differently. I think at some point I do want to kind of change this little corner area, but I am a little bit limited in space. So this is what you get for right now. And then I also have my zodiac astrology tapestry behind me, which I've had for a while as well. I'm also representing the Temperance, this Temperance shirt that I got from Doll's Kill. Temperance is a major arcana tarot card. That is represented by the Sagittarius sign, and I'm a Sagittarius, and we're in Sagittarius season, so there you have it. I actually ordered it before Halloween, but it never came. It came after Halloween, so I was going to do a Halloween video, but that didn't really work out. Also, I'm going to be using different decks for this specific reading. I'm using Queen of the Moon Oracle and Mystic, excuse me, I just ate a couple of peanut M&Ms and now I'm choking on it. And I'm using the Mystic Mondays Tarot. And the reason why I kind of wanted to switch it up a little bit is I'm trying to be a little bit more in the rhythm of the universe, like as I do my YouTube videos. So basically, I'm going to start pulling in more of the rhythm of the astrological energies that are going on in our cosmos, in our universe, and also on Earth, and incorporate that into your tarot reading. So these are definitely going to be more self-driven. So we're going to focus on spiritual guidance, spiritual growth, inner growth. Of course, with tarot, things definitely come up that can involve things that are happening in our surroundings, maybe you with other people. Might not always be internal things going on, but also like how you are relating with the world, with relationships, with work, and things that are kind of happening in that regard. So I definitely am reading what the cards are telling me, so the messages might not resonate with everybody, but I do try to keep them as general as I possibly can, and I do try to provide insightful information so anybody can really learn from it, so anybody can really engage with the information and use the information for their own situation, okay? So with that being said, us now being in Sagittarius season, and this being a video for December 2020, I really wanted to incorporate the Queen of the Moon Oracle because the Queen of the Moon Oracle deals a lot with subconscious energies, unconscious energies, and things that are really going on beneath the surface because it deals with the moon phases. And with the fact that we are coming out of Scorpio season, and a lot of the times people don't really work through some of those deeper, heavier, more intense emotions. They're not really able to work through those feelings during Scorpio season. They just kind of just feel them, maybe some repressed things coming up to the surface, and you're feeling them, but you're not entirely sure what to do with them and how to transmute that energy. So for Sagittarius season, I want to focus on how you can transmute some of that energy and bring it into higher states of conscious awareness, higher states of spiritual awareness, and higher states of creative awareness, because Sagittarius season is very much a mutable fire sign. So it's very creative, it's very outspoken, it's very expressive, very inspired, very insightful, okay? Sagittarius likes to teach. It likes to teach others through their truth, through what they have come to understand deep within them. Of course, they're not always right, but they definitely act like they're always right, okay? Because, and a lot of it has to do with the fact that Sagittarius gets a very bad rap for being a little too blunt and too truthful, and them thinking that they know everything when maybe they don't know everything. But the reason for this is because when you're coming from Scorpio season, so Scorpio season is right before Sagittarius season, and Scorpio season is a fixed water sign, so it really deals with like death and destruction and rebirth and truth, like the depths of your emotions and truth. And then when you put Sagittarius right after Scorpio, which is a mutable fire sign, just imagine like a bucket of gasoline, which is Scorpio, and then a match, which is Sagittarius. And like, you know, Sagittarius is like taking risks and sometimes can be kind of destructive. So it's like throwing that match on that gasoline and then everything just explodes. Okay, so it's really like this explosive energy of truth and understanding some of our deeper emotions and why it's necessary to bring those emotions to the surface and to speak whatever it is you need to speak, to say whatever it is you need to say. And I think the reason why Sagittarius gets a bad rap is because I think that we do kind of use the depth of that Scorpio nature, and so when we do speak our truth and we express ourselves, it can come out in a very like toxic way, but it's meant to be transformative, okay? It's meant to really allow you to go into the psychological depths of your own repressed emotions and what it is that you might be feeling and you might be repressing, and bring them to the surface so that you yourself can understand how you can express yourself better and speak your truth. And maybe it can be blunt, but also it can be in a way that can help other people. I mean, that's kind of like what the goal is for this video. So it's kind of going to be about, you know, bringing things up to the surface and figuring out how to transmute some of those deeper emotional energies and channel it into either creativity or channel it into wisdom, to where you can share your own experiences with others, and also channel it in a way to where you can express yourself within a greater community and connect with others. Because that's also very much about Sagittarius energies, like learning through culture, learning through connecting with others. So that is the premise of this video. And when I was talking about how my videos are going to be more in line with the universe, basically what that means is I'm really going to focus the tarot readings for the individual signs in regard and in consideration to the season that we are in, and in consideration to what is going on in the solar system, in our astrological cosmic realm. As I continue to do these videos, I'll start incorporating more of the things that I have learned through my studies of astrology into the readings, but it's going to be kind of a progress, okay? It's going to be kind of like a steady progress in terms of incorporating more information about astrology and cosmology and bringing it into my YouTube videos. Tarot is very much based off of astrology. Every single card is represented by a planet and a sign. And I do like to keep, and that is one of the reasons why I do like to kind of I try to keep the videos objective. They can be subjective to a lot of people because they don't resonate with everybody, but I still like to keep the information on some of the information on an objective level by explaining what the card actually means in reference to the sign and the planet, and give insight in regards to that particular card so you can use it to your own, so you can apply it to yourself in the way that you feel is best. Okay. Also, Gemini, just so you know, you do have a lunar eclipse coming up this month in the sign of Gemini. So it's going to be a full moon lunar eclipse in Gemini. I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know exactly what day, but you can definitely Google it or look it up or find another YouTube video that will talk about it in depth. And of course, if I'm not able to completely go into detail about some of the planetary aspects and things that are happening in the solar system, I will just inform you of whatever it is I'm aware of and point you in another direction to where you can get more information if that is what you are seeking. Okay, so we're going to pull 3 cards from the Queen of the Moon Oracle. We have balance for your underlying energy, working through those, resistance, and change. Okay, so this is going to be a really important month for you in terms of balance. So balancing out your inner emotions, your deeper emotions, with like not just with what's going on within you, but without you as well. Because Gemini, I know you are a very social sign. You can be you're very communicative, you're very mental, you're very talkative. So it's really going to be about balancing whatever is going on within you and the emotions that you're experiencing within you, whatever might be lingering from Scorpio season, and balancing out into the outward realms, okay? With this resistance card, there is also kind of a feeling of you maybe like not even really wanting to deal with some of your deeper emotions, you not even really wanting to face some deeper truths that might be going on within you. But it looks like the universe is kind of going to force you to do that. Like there's going to be some changes that are just kind of going to trigger you that are naturally going to happen. So you can better prepare yourself, so you can better understand yourself and better prepare yourself for your own deeper truths and how you want to bring that into your surroundings and your relationships. Okay. So for tarot cards, we have 4 of Pentacles. This is Sun in Capricorn for balance. So this is like, you know, it really kind of looks like you want to just hold on to everything that you have right now. Like you don't want to let it go. You're really resisting. It kind of confirms the resistance card. It kind of gives off that feeling of just holding on to what you have, not wanting to let go, like feeling like very feeling comfortable, but almost like too comfortable. And then we have the Hierophant. This is Taurus energy. So this is so already 2 Earth cards over here. So this Taurus energy is going to be about waking up to a sense of spiritual, like a spiritual dynamic, okay? Because the Hierophant, it's a very spiritual card, but it's because it takes place on the earthly realm. It's a Taurus card. It's a fixed earth sign. It's about the physical manifestation of spirituality on earth. So it's like, how are you dealing with your, like, what are you doing to help your spiritual growth in a physical sense? You know, like, are you working out? Are you meditating? Are you giving yourself the proper rest? Kind of like things like that. And it's going to be an important part of your balance. And then we have 4 of Wands. This is Venus in Aries, okay? So there's also a sense of kind of building your inner world, So there's going to be some, I'm getting like a feeling of really needing to step into your power at home and balance things out at home. So if you're living with a partner, it's really going to be about kind of bringing that partnership into a more spiritual realm of awareness to where you guys can really boost each other up in a spiritual dynamic and help each other grow spiritually. But there is also kind of a feeling of like not wanting to let go of some things that you might need to let go of, you know, like maybe some darker feelings, like maybe the darker sides of you. Maybe you always want to be happy-go-lucky, especially with being in Sagittarius season. You might feel really inspired to be positive all the time, to be optimistic all the time, but some of those darker deeper emotions might kind of start to poke at you, and they might kind of start to be like, hello, like, did you forget about me? Like, I still need to be expressed. I still need to be acknowledged. And there's kind of this feeling of like you really not really wanting to acknowledge them. Like you don't want to bring them into you don't want to bring them up into the surface. You're kind of just like keeping them repressed and like kind of like holding on to them and pushing them down because like you think that if you just continue to be optimistic and positive, they're just going to go away, but that's not true. Sorry. For resistance, we have 3 of Cups, Mercury, and Cancer. So it's kind of like you're going to resist really getting into the nitty gritty of your deeper emotions by just like having fun with your friends, going out and just kind of like drinking, you know, just kind of having a merry time with you in whether it's your partner or a best friend or just like a couple of friends, like in a more social atmosphere, you know, having some drinks. So you're going to kind of keep, you're really going to feel the energy of the Sagittarius season of just kind of wanting to go out and just kind of do things that make you feel good. Okay. And then we have the Lovers card. Ooh. Yeah. So this is definitely some kind of divine partnership. So, I am feeling like you are in a relationship. For the Geminis who are watching this, who are not in a relationship, this is a feeling of kind of like coming into balance with your other half. Okay. So coming into balance. So really about like, looking at yourself in the mirror and really understanding your shadow side and your light side and kind of like integrating the two. But definitely for people who are in relationships over here, it's just kind of like, there's a feeling of taking things to like a new level in your relationships. In your relationship, it seems like it's getting stronger. It's becoming a little bit more structured. It's becoming a little bit more spiritual, okay? But there is still this underlying feeling of resistance that's going on inside of you, okay? And then we have the Hermit card, Virgo. So it's almost like the more, the closer you get to your partner, the more you feel comfortable spending time alone and maybe even getting a little bit more in touch with your deeper emotions and your inner emotions. So there is kind of that feeling happening here, and I think that your connection with this person is kind of what's bringing out the balance that you need to feel like, okay, they have your back, but it's okay if you still separate yourself and spend some time alone, so maybe you can work through some emotions that you might be going through, okay? For change, we have the Princess of Cups, and this is equivalent to the Page of Cups, so that's Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, very like kind of flirty, kind of like a beginner in love, you know, kind of has this innocent energy of love, and it's looking really, really beautiful and positive, whereas like when you spend time by yourself, when you are able to give yourself the time that you need to spend by yourself and just kind of get to know yourself a little bit better, it does help your spiritual growth, and it also helps you understand why it's important to keep love innocent and to keep that relationship that you have, not just with yourself, but with others, like in a very playful dynamic, to still be open and to understand that love can still teach you new things. Like, even if you think that you've reached a new level with your partner, there's still some things that you can learn, you know, and to just kind of be open to learning about new ways to express your love and also to love yourself. And that's also a very big part of like your inner journey as well. And it's going to be part of like the changes that you go through this month. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles, which is the Sun in a Virgo. So kind of like channeling that energy into your work, you know, some of those deeper, darker emotions, and this kind of like new innocent feeling of love when you kind of get out of your little like I need to be alone hermit moment, kind of coming out of it, still knowing that you know, your partner's not going to abandon you, but the need that you maybe have, maybe something you discovered when you were spending some time alone, where you need to do some creative projects on your own, or you really need to focus a little bit more of your emotions and your energy into your work, whether it's creativity or into like the work where that's bringing money for you. It seems like it's going to be a really important part of your growth and your inner the inner dynamic that's going on within you. So for the final and last card, we have the Chariot. This is the Cancer card. So very beautiful ending over here for December. I mean, I'm not really surprised that December is a pretty like awesome time for you guys. We are on the polar spectrums over here, Gemini and Sagittarius. but we're also both masculine. Air and fire are both masculine, very extroverted, outgoing signs that just want to like go out, talk to people, and just be, you know, like the life of the party. So with the Chariot card coming out at the end over here, this Cancer energy, like it really seems like you're going to be able to establish some really comfortable, harmonious elements to your home life. And if you are living with your partner, things are really going to become very harmonious, and you're really going to be able to explore and go out into the world and share all your it's going to be, your intuition is going to open up so much more through this harmony and through this ability that you'll have to go within and to spend some time alone, so you can get to know yourself and what it is you really want to go out and do in the world, and what it is you want to share. So there is like this big shift. There's like some big changes happening over here with you internally, and you're going to be able to bring it out into the world when you go after your goals and dreams in a very beautiful kind of way, in a very kind of emotionally balanced way, okay? Kind of bringing that home energy and that feeling of love and support, and just kind of like taking charge out into the world, feeling like healed and feeling like you understand yourself a little bit better, okay? So Gemini, this is my reading for you. So yeah, this is definitely gonna be like, I really hope no matter who you are, what's going on in your life, whether you're in a relationship or not, I hope that you were able to get something out of this video. And come back for your mid-December. I'm going to be checking in with you guys on mid-December before we begin the new year, 2021. Oh my God. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye.